Yo, we are at 80 subscribers in 2 days. I can't believe y'all. Y'all are freaking killing my subscribe button, bro. Like, he can't even breathe no more. He can't even breathe no more. I just woke up, my bad. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kakasu back at it again with another video. And today I got What If Naruto Was Izuna Uchiha's Grandson Part 3. So, I'm pretty sure we left this series off where no, they were still Naruto and Fu had just got their clothing and whatever. As then they walked out of the Cloud Village. As now it is time for Madara to make his move. Fun fact, Madaro's first village that he was gonna destroy is gonna be the Cloud Village. Well, he's gonna try, but he probably will actually. I'm not gonna lie. As then they're walking away. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, I just woke up. I didn't get no sleep last night. I kept recording videos. Anyways, Naruto and Fu just left the village as they're walking on a trail back to their house. As in, Naruto feels a really immense chakra towards the hidden. He feels four actually immense chakras toward the hidden Cloud Village. As in, Naruto says, Fu, let's go back. As then Fu says, why? As Naruto says, you don't feel that? As Fu wasn't trying to sense anything, but as she says it, she said, oh my gosh, that chakra's pretty frightening. As Naruto says, come on. As in, Naruto runs to the gate. As then they see that the whole half of the village has just been destroyed in a mere instant by one jutsu. As in, Naruto says, oh god. As Naruto takes his cape off, revealing his, what he wore was black Uchiha. He wore black pants with ninja tape around his, from his shin to his ankles. As then he wore a black Uchiha kind of jacket thing. As then over top of that jacket thing, he wore black Senju armor. As Naruto basically looks like what you guys see there, except, yeah, the Renegon's under the, eye he's covering. Anyways, as Naruto jumps up into the on top of the gate, he sees Izuna, Sasuke, and Fugaku just all laughing. As Naruto says, what's so funny? As they look over to see Naruto, thinking that they waited for him to leave on purpose because they knew that they wouldn't be able to take him. As Naruto says, you'll pay for what you've done. As Naruto takes his scythe off his back. As then Naruto says, perfect Susanoo slice. As then he jumps off the bridge, heading right towards them. As he's falling, he activates his perfect black Susanoo that has a scythe in his hand. As Naruto Susanoo swings the scythe, it tears up the whole area around them. But they dodge just in time. As Naruto says, you thought that was it? As he exits his Susanoo. As then Naruto targets Fugaku. As then Naruto turned into the Seven Tails mode. As then he slammed his arm against Fugaku's neck, knocking the wind out of him. As then he punched Fugaku to the ground. As then he turned around and looked at Sasuke. As then he just used his dojutsu as he exited the Seven Tails state, saying, almighty pull. As then when Sasuke gets pulled into him, he's like, I can't stop. As Naruto takes his hand, adds a whole bunch of chakra to it, punching Sasuke dead in his stomach. As Sasuke coughs up blood and gets punched so fast to the floor, like pow, as now all that's left is Izuna. As Naruto says, I'm not even gonna waste my chakra on you. I'm pretty sure you're the weakest one here. As Izuna says, is that what you think? As then Izuna activates his Susanoo. But it's just the upper half. As Izuna Susanoo is purple. Naruto says, you are pathetic, you know that? As then Naruto makes a golden tiger style Rasengan. As then he's running at Izuna. Izuna's doing everything to try to hit him, but he just can't seem to get him because Naruto is too swift and fast. As Naruto slams the Rasengan up against the Susanoo ribcage, it shatters. As then when it's broken, Izuna's just standing there wide open for an attack. Naruto cocks his hand back saying, this is called, what did everybody say? As he said, this is my Sage Mode punch! And then he punched him right in the gut as Izuna coughed up blood. As Naruto kicked him to the floor. As Naruto said, I'm tired of you and these other four just keep coming back trying to ruin this world. You guys are getting on my nerves. As Naruto said, you guys leave me no choice, I'm sorry. As then Naruto, cold-blooded Naruto, takes out all of their eyes and burns them so that they cannot see it anymore because they don't have any eyes. As Fu watches happen, she's just looking away because she's like, I don't want to see this. As then somebody shows up. It's Madara Uchiha wearing the same outfit that Naruto is, except his armor is like red, like in canon. Naruto's is black, Madara's is red. Naruto's is just like what you guys see on the screen. But anyways, yeah, so Madara arrives seeing that all of their eyes are gone. As this was all a part of Naruto's plan, he kept Izuna's eye because he wanted to give Fu 2 Sharingans. As then Madara said, boy, you've taken out their eyes, and what do you intend to do with them? As then I'm pretty sure I might have said this already, but he burns their eyes all except for one. As then he body flickers away. He body flickers to Fu, saying, Fu, take out your right eye. And she says, why? Or, I don't know, whatever eye does have the Sharingan. And she says, okay. And she does it as Naruto puts Izuna's Sharingan in. As then he heals it with Kurama's chakra so she could turn it on and off. As then he says, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be back. And she says, okay. Anyways, it goes back to Madara. As Madara grabs his sword off of his back, as then Naruto says, okay. As then Naruto grabs the scythe. They run at each other as they're pretty equal. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty equal in speed and strength right now. Naruto doesn't even have his ultimate EMS activated, but they're equal in speed and strength as they're just trading blows with their weapons. They're not getting any blows on each other. The weapons are just clashing together fastly. As the Naruto jumps up into the air, forming a golden tiger Rasengan as he shoots it out of his hand towards Madara. As Madara dodges it with his Susanoo ribcage, as Naruto's behind the Susanoo ribcage, as all of a sudden Madara uses one of the arms and hits Naruto. Yes, he hits Naruto really hard into the wall. As Naruto says, oh, so that's how it's gonna be. As Madara's just standing there in his ribcage saying, yes. As then Naruto says, fine. Almighty pull. Or universal pull. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, it might be universal pull. I'll just say universal pull. As then Madara is like getting pulled towards Naruto. As Naruto says, that's what I like to see. As then he activates his ultimate EMS and says, Kamui Severing Wave. As then Naruto moves at the speed of light, Kamuiing right through Madara with his sword. As Madara got sliced in half. But freaking, his body just went right back together as Naruto looks behind him like, wait, what? As he says, to beat me, you'll have to incinerate my whole body. As Naruto says, oh, how? Okay. So he has gotten stronger. As Naruto said, well, I guess it's time to use it. As then he activates his big black ultimate Susanoo. As Madara says, fine. As then Madara activates his big dark blue Susanoo. As they're in a fight with the battle with the swords. As in Naruto gets a blow on Madara's Susanoo, sending it a little bit flying back. As in Naruto rushes it with the Rasengan in his hand. As Madara was able to jump up into the air before the Rasengan hit him, he says, Fire style, Fireball Jutsu. And then he shoots a fireball at Naruto's Rasengan. Not Naruto's Rasengan, Naruto. As in Naruto's like, really? That pathetic jutsu? As he just waves his hand in the air as a freaking just cuts through it. As then Madara's flying at him to where that was just a diversion. And he thinks that Naruto doesn't see him coming from behind him. As Naruto is about to punch in front of him, he ends up elbowing back, crushing his Madara Susanoo's head. As now Naruto exits his Susanoo saying, Biju style, Tail Beast Bomb. As he took a deep breath, as then a big Tail Beast Bomb formed right by his mouth. As then he spit it out. It went right at Madara and defeated his whole Susanoo. As then Madara appeared behind Naruto and kicked him to the floor. As Naruto caught himself, he looks up. As then he sees Madara coming down, as he says, Earth imprisonment. As then a whole bunch of earth just goes flying at Madara as Madara is just slicing it. As Naruto says, perfect. As then Naruto jumps behind Madara, giving him a everlasting flying Raijin seal right on his back without him even noticing. As then he lands on the ground. As the two land on the ground, Naruto says, how about we take it up a notch? As Madara says, with pleasure. As Naruto enters KCM2 Sage of Six Pass mode. As then Madara enters Sage of Six Pass mode Double Renegon. That's what I'm gonna call it. As Naruto says, you don't seem too bad, Madara. As Madara says, for a 14-year-old, you're actually not bad yourself. As Naruto says, thanks. Anyways, now, how did you get that mode, as Madara said? So, basically, I didn't really want the Biju's chakra. I wanted the Sage of Six Pass power that they held inside of their chakra, so I had to get out just a little bit of Sage chakra, so Sage of Six Pass chakra, so I could multiple it exponentially. And now I can enter this mode for the rest of my life. As Naruto says, God dang it. As Naruto says, well, it's time to get down to business. As then they did like that Sasuke and Naruto versus Naruto did that Sasuke and Naruto thing when they were fighting Momoshiki, as he runs at him real quick and punches him, saying, Sasuke, let's go all out. Anyways, but yeah, Naruto rushes out to Madara, giving him a nice little punch that shoves Madara back, but he caught it. As Naruto says, now I'm going all out. As then he shows his Renegon, his 7-Tomo Renegon, along with his Ultimate Eternal Mangekyo. As then they enter a battle with Naruto using his scythe and Madara using the one of the Sage of Six Pass weapons. As they're pretty equal, except Naruto's a lot faster. As Naruto takes his Flying Raijin Steel, throws it right at both Flying Raijin Kuna, throws it right at Madara. As Madara is about to catch it, Naruto changes into it really fast, giving Madara a good Chidori to the chest. Bow! And then he pulls it out as he says, gotcha. As it just heals himself, as Madara says, you gotta do better than that, boy. As Naruto says, fine. As then he uses his two rods on his hand, starts beating the crap out Madara, and they're just in a really fast taijutsu battle, as Naruto just hitting Madara on the rods on his ribs, on his freaking shoulders, everywhere. Then Naruto throws his Flying Raijin Kunai up into the air. As Naruto says, perfect. Then he puts his hands together saying, wood style, deep forest emergence. As a whole bunch of wood goes right in Madara. Well, Madara is trapped in wood right now. As Naruto says, perfect. As then Naruto said, here, take this. As he threw a kunai. As at Naruto and as Naruto threw a kunai at him, as Naruto's also, at the same time he threw the kunai, he rushes at him with the golden tiger Rasengan. As then Madara is like, I'm immortal, as then he catches the kunai in his hand. Well, he lets the kunai just hit the center of his hand. As Naruto says, As Naruto makes the Golden Tiger Rasengan and the kunai trade places with his Rinnegan. And then the Golden Tiger Rasengan explodes. Naruto saying, I have the best abilities with my Rinnegan. As he smiles. As then he says, time for me to end this. As Naruto activates the upper body of his Black Susanoo. As now they are ready to go. As now Naruto is about to end Madara. Just for Madara to say, you really fell for it, boy. As Naruto said, what did I fall for? As then Naruto looked behind him as he seen Madara holding the real Madara holding Fu, because right after Naruto hit him with the Golden Tiger Rasengan, it was a whole bunch of smoke. He went to go find Fu. As he got Fu and brought her to the battlefield, as Madara is holding his sword to her neck, as Naruto says, this couldn't be more perfect, actually. He says it under his breath. As Naruto says, well, do it. As Fu's like, what? Madara says, you would actually be letting me kill this girl. Naruto says, yeah, go ahead. As then Naruto remembers that he put a flying Raijin seal on on her bare back, on Fu's bare back. I think Fu forgot about it, but Naruto put a flying Raijin seal on her bare back, so that it's on the back of her skin, so that it's never erased. As then Naruto activated the Golden Tiger Rasengan. As then Madara says, if you move, I will kill her. Naruto says, fine, I won't move. As then he whispers, Flying Raijin, level 2. As then he teleports right on top of Madara. As he grabs Fu with his other hand, pulling her away, and throwing her up into the air. He slams the Golden Tiger Rasengan down on Madara's head. As Sage Jutsu actually work on Madara. That's the only type of jutsus that'll work. As Naruto sees this, he's like, okay, so I'm gonna have to use Sage Jutsus. Good thing that this mode is a Sage mode thing, so now I just have to find jutsus in this mode I can use. As Madara gets up, as the headband, the weird white headband that he once wore had fell off. As then the red eye opened on his head. As Naruto said, yes. Naruto's looking at Madara with deep into his eyes with his 7 Tamo Rinnegan. As Naruto has his Sharingan eye shut, he has it shut so that he can concentrate with his Rinnegan. As then Naruto says, Shattered Heavens. Not shattered, yeah. No, he says, Planetary Devastation, Shattered Heavens style. As then Madara gets put into these 2 boulders up into the sky. Well, this one boulder. As then it's crashing to the floor. They look behind the other boulder. There's another huge boulder. As Madara's like, I gotta find a way to get out of here, but it's a Sage Jutsu. I really can't. As then Madara says, oh, releasing Biju Chakra. As then he breaks out. As then Madara says, good work, boy. As Naruto says, there's only one way to defeat you. As then Madara would be like, what way is that? Well, there's 2 ways, actually. Either A, I just steal your powers using my Otsutsuki seal. My Otsutsuki sun and moon on my hands. Or I can seal you with the sun and moon on my hands. So, pick your poison. As Madara knows that he's not lying, he will actually seal the mess out in Madara. As then, it is now time. As Naruto says, I don't know if I should steal your powers or not. You don't have nothing that I don't have anyways. As Naruto says, wait. As then Naruto thinks about it, running to Fu, he teleports to Fu and takes one of her eyes out. As she's crying, saying, Naruto, why would you do that? As Naruto says, I have an idea, babe, just wait. As then Naruto teleports back to he says here, as he healed it. As now it's just not bleeding no more, but she only has one eye and just an eye hole. As the Naruto teleports saying, well, I already know what I'm going to do, I guess. As the Naruto teleports to the infinite flying Raijin seal that he has on Madara and activating an orange arm. It's like his arm just started glowing orange as he was able to put it inside of Madara's body. As then he used his left hand to pull out Madara's Rinnegan eye. As then Naruto extracted all of the Sage's 6 Paths power inside of him. As then Madara turns back to his normal form. As now Naruto body flickers back to Fu. It says here. As then he puts the Rinnegan inside of Fu. As then he says, here, lift your shirt up. As Fu says, Naruto, there's no time for your perverted games. As then Naruto said, no, trust me. As then he says, sealing jutsu. Power seal. And Naruto touched Fu's stomach. And all the Sage's 6 Paths, not all of it, but she got a lot of Sage's 6 Paths power. As now Naruto and Fu are freaking like a prodigy couple, because they're both at the age of 14. But you guys will see, there's an enemy coming pretty soon that will freaking mess them up pretty good. Well, not mess them up, but they'll get, yeah, you guys will see. Anyways, back to the what I was saying. As now Naruto walks back over to Madara, as Madara says, you win, boy. As Naruto says, I'm not gonna kill you here, cause I think our fights are pretty fun and entertaining. So how about you go and why don't you go and try to get stronger again? As he says, that was my strongest form, and you beat me with mere ease. As Naruto said, actually, it wasn't ease. Obviously, you seen I had to use my KCM2 mode on you. You're a strong opponent. It's just the fact that you're too arrogant. And you think that just because you have the Sage of 6 Paths power that you rule everything. Even I have most of the Sage of the 6 Paths power, and I don't think that I'm the strongest being on this earth. I always know that there's somebody stronger than me. That's how you have to think. To be number one, you have to always think that there's somebody ahead of you. And to keep striving. As Naruto says, but since you really don't have an interest in living, how about you just let me end you right here? As Madara laughs, saying, yes, boy, let me go join up my fellow friend Hashirama. As then Naruto summons the Golden Tiger Rasengan and just... Actually, no. He's just going to make his arm turn orange with Sage Chakra and put it inside of Madara, grabbing his heart and ripping it out, saying, goodbye, Lord Madara. As he bows his head, as he drops his heart on the floor. We now return to Naruto returning to Fu. As Fu's just standing there with her freaking Rinnegan activated, looking at Naruto like, can you turn that off? As she says, I can't. I can only turn my Sharingan on and off. I can't turn this off. As then Naruto says, oh, okay, I see. As Fu says, but how about, what's your last name, Naruto? Well, it used to be Naruto Uchiha Otsutsuki, but now I'm going to just call myself Naruto Otsutsuki. As she says, I want that last name too. But Naruto says, we're too young to marry. As she says, I think if you give me a promise ring, then you can do something like that, can't you? So Naruto says, well, I guess I don't even have to do that. I guess since I'm an Otsutsuki and I can just change your name to... I hereby change your name to freaking Fu Otsutsuki. As now... Because it makes sense, because the Otsutskis are the ones that created the freaking Sharingan and the freaking Rinnegan, so... Now they're both weirdos. Not weirdos, but Naruto has a 7-Tomo Rinnegan in his left eye, as Fu has a regular Rinnegan in her left eye that doesn't disappear. As then an unknown person drops. Well, no, two unknown people drops down from the sky, right where Madara was. As then, this is none other than Momoshiki Otsutsuki. As he's like, seems like the person we've been watching wasn't strong enough to defeat someone after all. I wonder who it is. As Naruto, as the big dude, I forgot his name, whatever Otsutsuki says, yeah, apparently right, master. Oh yeah, and also the tailed beasts that were inside of all the other tailed beasts that were inside of Madara decided that their new host would be Naruto. So Naruto carries all the tailed beasts except for Chome, the seven tails. Where else was I supposed to put him, guys? Or else Momoshiki would have got him. Now him and Momoshiki will be throwing hands soon. But anyways, where am I at? 25 minutes? I'll still keep going. Anyways, look. So Momoshiki sees that the top of Madara's eye is closed. It's just like, as the top of Madara's forehead is closed. As then he says, the red Renegon with the Sharingan pupils inside of it. As he takes it, snatches it out of Madara's forehead, as he says, "This belongs to me now." As that thing got some unknown abilities, y'all. I don't know. As Momoshiki puts that thing in his forehead, but then puts a forehead wrap over it. As then he says, apparently the Sage's Six Pass gave a boy basically all of his power. And this boy is strong. And basically, I heard that he has the 7 Tomo Renegon along with the Ultimate Sharingan. And I heard that he's no joke. And his girlfriend, she's pretty powerful too. As Momoshiki says, let's find them. And when we find them, I'm going to extract all those tailed beasts out of them. As Naruto and 4 back at their house in the woods that's way far from the battle that just happened. As they're both basically doing the same thing, Naruto basically does he closes his right eye just for no reason and just likes to look around with his Renegon. As they lock eyes with each other, both of their Naruto's ultimate EMS activates and Fu's EMS activates. As they kiss, blah blah blah. They really didn't do nothing. They just made out, I guess, and then they went to sleep. As the next day they wake up, as they hear boom, 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 boom. As he says, that's coming from the hidden cloud. We just left there defeating Madara. As Raikage told us our thanks and we said goodbye. As Naruto grabs his scythe and his sword and tucks Fu in so that she sleeps. As Naruto closes off the entrance into their house. As then Naruto says, I gotta see what's up. As Naruto's yawning on the way there. Maybe I should just go fast. As then he sucks himself into a kamui hole. As he arrives there, he sees none other than the Raikage in his lightning chakra mode fighting Momoshiki. As then somebody appeared behind Naruto with the speed of light saying, we knew we'd draw you here. As Naruto quickly kicks him back into a tree. And this is none other than the big fat Otsutsuki. Naruto pulls out his scythe saying, what business do you have here? As he says, we're here to capture and take all the tailed beasts out of you. As Naruto says, yeah, as if. As Naruto is wearing his black Madara armor. As Naruto is spinning his scythe around in the air saying, you ready? And then he says, but first, let me help out my fellow Raikage. As then he teleports at the speed of light, flying at Momoshiki with immense speed as he punches Momoshiki so hard that Momoshiki goes flying like 20 miles into the other direction as Momoshiki flies back. saying, "That punch hurt, boy," as there's a bruise left on Momoshiki's cheek, as Naruto says, "Oh, if you thought that hurt, that was my base mode punch." As the Raikage and Naruto are back to back, Raikage is looking at the big guy as Naruto's looking at Momoshiki. As the Raikage says, "I should be able to take this guy going all out, Naruto. You take that guy," as Naruto says, "Got it." As Naruto activates his ultimate EMS, as he says, "Let's go, Momoshiki." As then they end up getting in a taijutsu battle. They're pretty equal in taijutsu right now. Momoshiki's kind of getting the upper hand on Naruto. As Naruto says, "Almighty push!" Pushing freaking Momoshiki away as Naruto runs after him. Jumps up into the air swinging his scythe as he tries to swing it at Momoshiki while he's on the floor. Momoshiki dodges it quickly and sends a kick at Naruto. Naruto dodges, saying, "Susanoo's sword!" And then all of a sudden, a Susanoo sword comes out of Naruto's back at the speed of light, tries to slice freaking Momoshiki, but ends up just slicing off his one of his horns. As then he kicks as then Naruto kicks Momoshiki to the floor, saying, "Is that all you got?" As then he says, "You think that's all I got?" As he activates his yellow Rinnegan, as Naruto says, "What is that?" As then it enhanced like all of his freaking moves. As Naruto's freaking Loki getting dogged right now. He's keeping up with with him in taijutsu, but he's losing in the taijutsu battle. But then Naruto says, "I'm getting tired of this." As then he activates his Golden Tiger Rasengan. As in all the hits that Naruto got on Momoshiki, he placed a Flying Riser Seal on him. As Naruto teleports right behind Momoshiki with it, Momoshiki grabs his hand that has the Rasengan as he slams Naruto into the floor. As Naruto says, "Huh, is that how it is now?" As Naruto says, "I'm not going to reveal to her KCM2. I'm going to save that." Him needs KCM2. As then he pulls out his sword and his scythe at the same time, saying, "This is the new jutsu I created. Uchiha style. Uchiha Vortex." As in Naruto is running around Momoshiki really fast, like Lee did against Gaara, making a big old circle around him because he was running so fast. As the next thing you know, Momoshiki's in a big tornado caused by Naruto running so fast in a circle motion. As Naruto says, "Now that I got the tornado started, now he can't escape. Now I can just jump to the very top and shoot a tail beast bomb in there." As Momoshiki is trying to figure out a way to get out. As he keeps trying to get out from just walking through it, he gets blasted back. And then when he gets blasted back, he gets hit from the other wall. And just it's a big cycle of getting freaking destroyed. Anyways, Naruto jumps so high that he's now at the top of the vortex as he says, "Tailed beast bomb!" As then he breathes in and spits out a tailed beast bomb through the through the top of the vortex. As Momoshiki has nowhere to go, he just has to sit there and take it. As then Momoshiki walks out after getting hit by that, he says, "Boy, you've done it now." As then Momoshiki said, I'm gonna name him. I forgot what his name is. Whatever. He just got done defeating the Raikage. He defeated the Raikage. Don't ask me how. He just did. As then he turns him into a freaking fruit and eats that man. As then he turns into his freaking whatever mode you want to call that. As now he is dogging Naruto. I'm talking about Naruto's trying to use his ultimate EMS. He can't even get the chance because he's just getting dogged too fast. As Momoshiki says, "Is this all you got, kid? He gave you all of his power and this is all you can do?" As Naruto says, "Oh, you thought that was it?" As then Momoshiki goes for a stab on Naruto as Naruto trades places with Momoshiki with the Rinnegan. Ends up stabbing right inside of Utsu as right in Momoshiki's stomach, saying, "No, it's not." As he puts his whole hand through Momoshiki and Momoshiki coughs up blood. But Momoshiki says, "Boy, that was weak," as he grabs Naruto's hair, throwing him on the ground. As Naruto gets up, all bruised up, saying, "I didn't think I was going to have to use this. But here I go." As Momoshiki's like, "Wait, this is as far as I can go." And he has another mode. As in Naruto activates KCM2 Sage mode. KCM2 Sage is 6 pass mode. Then Naruto is glowing shiny golden with his under black and his shoes golden. Naruto says, well, what are you waiting for? As Naruto's just looking mad intimidating with his Rinnegan and his Sharingan glaring. But now Naruto's not using his ultimate EMS. He's using his old-fashioned 3-time so that his taijutsu's enhance. Because the Mangekyo doesn't really enhance his taijutsu, but the 3-time he does enhance his taijutsu for some reason. As Momoshiki says, fine, boy. As then they rush at each other entering a taijutsu battle. Naruto's freaking fast. He's like, weave, 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 punch, 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 kick, 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 kick. As Naruto jumps into the air, as a Kuruma a Kuruma chakra arm comes out of Naruto's back, grabbing Momoshiki. As Momoshiki's like, yeah. Naruto then says, it's over. As he squeezes Momoshiki's hurt, but he's not dead. So he breaks out of the arm as he says, I'm here to extract your tail, beast. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. As he runs at Naruto with his kunai going right towards his stomach, saying, I'm about to just kill you then. As Naruto says, Rinnegan. As he uses the flying Raijin's kunai and they trades places with Momoshiki, stabbing Momoshiki in the stomach, going completely through him with the kunai. As Momoshiki is like, I fell for that again. As Naruto then says, Uchiha chains. As then these black chains come out of the ground, tying Momoshiki up. Also, sealing his chakra while he's in the chain so he can't do nothing. As Naruto gives Momoshiki a good talk no jutsu. As in Naruto says, you put up a good fight. That was the best fight I had. You actually beat me up. Nobody's been able to do that. As Momoshiki says, I don't care. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. As he breaks out of the chains and gives Naruto a good punch to the stomach as Naruto goes flying. As he catches himself saying, so you want to play like that, huh? As Naruto's walking at Momoshiki with his flying Raijin kunai in his mouth, with his 2 rods in his hand, saying, okay. As then Naruto just messing up Momoshiki. As then Momoshiki says, I'm a god. You can't beat a god if you're not a freaking god. As Naruto says, I'm not a god. I'm just a guy who got god powers. I'm not even that strong, to be honest. There's always somebody that's stronger than me. As Naruto says, where's Kaguya Otsutsuki? As Momoshiki's eyes widen. As Momoshiki says, oh, don't worry, she'll be coming real soon. We unsealed her, and now she's just getting her powers back. You can defeat me, but you won't defeat her. As Naruto says, is that so? I forgot what I was going to say. As then Naruto says, well then, since I'm going to have to fight a god here soon, I should just kill you right now. As Naruto finishes Momoshiki, Naruto thinks about Kaguya, saying, I've read about her. She's the mother of all creation. She created the Sage of the Sixth Path, meaning that she's stronger than him. I don't know how I'm going to defeat her. As Naruto's thinking about it, saying that my KCM 2 might not be enough. And I definitely know my stage 2 curse mark won't be enough. I was barely able to defeat Momoshiki with my ultimate Sharingan and Rinnegan. I have to find a new way I have to find a new power. Maybe a power that lies dormant within me or something. I don't know. I think I've unlocked all my powers. As then Naruto's like, if I have to fight Kaguya Otsutsuki, I have to be ready. As that fight took like 2 hours. As Fu is still sleeping. As Naruto gets there, Fu is sleeping. Where are we at? 39 minutes. Okay, I'll still go. Anyways, Fu is sleeping after all that. As Naruto gets back in bed with Fu, as he falls asleep. As Fu wakes up, she sees Naruto. She gives him a hug as Naruto is still sleeping. She's like, Naruto, wake up. Naruto, wake up. As Naruto's like, oh, okay. As Naruto wakes up and gets out of the bed, she sees that he doesn't have a shirt on. He sees that Naruto has cuts and bruises on his stomach. And she sees a weird, she knows about the seal on Naruto's arm saying Otsutsuki seal. But then she sees a weird seal on Naruto's chest saying, and it says Otsutsuki. She says, Naruto, I know you like your last name a lot, but why is that Otsutsuki sign on your chest? As Naruto says, what are you talking about? As he looks on his chest to see a tattoo saying Otsutsuki, as he's like, I don't know what that is. As then he has a flashback to Hagoromo placing his hand on Naruto's chest, saying, ah! As then he disappeared. That old man must have gave me all of his powers. I don't know. But this might not just be nothing. It might just be an after effect for me getting all the Sage of the Six Paths power. So, anyways, what happened? As Naruto says, I had a fearsome fight with Madara and Otsutsuki. And apparently there's the goddess of the goddess of creation is gonna come down and destroy our world. As Fu gets frightened, as Naruto says, but I won't let her destroy the world. I'll find a way to defeat her. As Naruto looks at both of his hands, saying, even if I have to seal her away, I will seal her if she needs to be sealed. She better not come down here trying to start no truck. Oh. Anyways, as then Naruto says, I'm gonna go train a little bit. As he just walks outside with his bare feet with some shinobi tape around his ankles to his shin with his black pants and no shirt on. As he breathes in the air, and then he says, it's been a while since I did this. Let me see if I still got it in me. As then Naruto looks down, closing his eyes. As then the curse mark on Naruto's neck goes all across his face and then eventually glows. As it glows, it turns Naruto into the stage 2 curse mark, except without wings. So now Naruto is just a blue-haired guy with a Rinnegan and a freaking ultimate with a 3-time Sharingan activated. As Naruto's like, oh man, I feel so great in this form. As Fu sees Naruto and says, Naruto, why are you in that form? As Naruto looks back at Fu saying, oh, I just wanted to be in it. I haven't been in it in a while. She says, fine then. As then she runs at Naruto with her she runs at Naruto with her tailed beast mode activated. As Naruto says, oh, so you want to spar, huh? As Naruto says, Fu, you're too easy to read. As she says, what? As Naruto just holds his hand out saying, 50 power, almighty push. As a Fu gets freaking blasted back. I'll talk about super far. As then she gets deactivated from her tail beast mode saying, that Rinnegan of yours is no fair. As Fu hasn't learned any Rinnegan abilities yet, it just enhances her abilities, I guess. But she can Kamui with her Sharingan and, yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, that's where I'll end this video off, guys. If you guys like it, all this video needs is 1 like, and I'll drop part 14. We are almost at 100 subscribers. We are 80 subscribers. Get me to 100 subscribers by the end of today, and I will drop a 40-part series. I will drop a 40-part series, and each video is over 30 minutes long. And whichever video you guys want me to do that gets the most likes is the video that I'll do. But you have to get me to 100 subscribers by the end of the night for me to do that. All right, y'all, let's get it.